Tesla a little bounce off the bottom here. It's going to be an interesting morning. We're going to start in the red here, and we'll see what we do.
Okay, should be able to see my screens really soon. Thank you. We have less than a minute. Let's take a quick look at the S&P 500. Sorry, that was the Qs. Quick look at the S&P 500. Here's the daily. Look at this huge breakdown point, and we are very, very close. It may be a little bit more interesting to watch on the weekly. So here's what I'm looking at. That's the start of the year. That's the end of the year. And we are at the breakdown point. Should be very interesting to see what happens if we come down under. So that was just a quick look at the S&P daily, weekly. Let's look for movers. As you can see here, TAL is on my left. Almost 4%, should be my main candidate today. S&P Nasdaq start with a very small gap down.
Yeah.
Pre-market, Scott, we were still green.
Yeah. Don't know. Today is Monday. Anything can happen today, traders. I'm going to take it easy here this morning.
Initial moving TIVA is down 3%, capping down by 3% right now. TAL is moving up, which may give us a good opportunity to short. Low is 26.23. We could short under the lows. If it comes down, I'm going to post it. But I would really like to see it moving up first. And then coming down. It's a bit too early now.
Traders, I did not take the Facebook trade, as I said, over 140. I'm just watching this first candle.
TIVA's coming under the lows now, but it's too early. And I didn't really see a good pullback. Apple also interesting, possibly for a short. Baba also interesting. I'll put up Baba here. Could go short Baba under 150. It's daily. I'm going to put up Baba here.
Tesla off to the races.
Baba short under 150.
I will follow you into
Stop
this
is
trade here.
Yeah. Be careful. 75 cents stop loss. It's getting close. Came down from the highs in one quick red candle. That's usually not a good sign. So what you're seeing here now, this green pullback, that's great. That's great. I love that. That makes my 150 point much more valid now. Much better. TAL new entry point could be 26.30 for TAL short. Under 26.30, I'm going to post it. That's my new entry. TAL. CGC is moving up strong. You should probably be watching this. Market moved up, closed the gap, and continues. So far, green.
Watching Tal here for an entry.
Interesting. Tesla also looking very strong. Just remember, it's the first 30 minutes. Usually on Monday mornings. First 30 minutes are very, very hard to read. Yeah, you were right about big. But there's a volume issue there.
Watch Bubba here.
Bubba tried to move higher several times, so far failed. Watch Apple. EAPL. So far uptrending. Don't usually trade Apple. But Apple looks kind of interesting under 165. But the market's moving up. I will not take Apple because the market's moving up. I was thinking about Apple under 165. That's how the chart looks like. Here it is. Stock is gapping down today. It's down 2%. Looks like an interesting short under 165. But since the market's moving up now, I won't. However, if this green candle is going to turn to be a little bit more than that, and then it's going to fail and come down under 165, I may consider that for short under 165. Both TAL and BABA are moving up, so not very interesting.
There's SHPG under 170.40. It's going to be a short here, 174.
Okay, I'm watching again Apple now, and it could be that it's just uptrending, so hasn't done anything wrong. Stock is still uptrending, but since it's already tried to move up right now, if it's going to come down under 165, that looks like a valid trade. If it will come down under 165, although right now it's uptrending, so it's more likely to continue higher. And the market's moving up too, so I'll be watching the market and Apple both together, and just in case it's going to move down, you should be interested in that. Yeah, little looks very strong.
Okay, traders, one more. If this market continues, I want to be long Tesla here, moving higher, TSLA, and higher over 365.10.
I missed Tiva. Oh, that's a shame. I didn't see this pullback in Tiva. Should have been shorted at 1873 or so.
Watch TAL, TAL. I think we've posted that 2630 Mayor's got here.
Yeah, I did. Market still moving up. TAL came down from the highs again a little bit too quickly with this red candle. I'll be waiting for it to come down and move up again a little bit and then come down again. When I see a quick candle moving down that way, that could be just a pullback from the highs. So I want to see it moving up a bit and then coming under 2630. If it's going to come down right now, I won't take it. IQ looks interesting. Or long. So as Tiva is pulling up a little bit, I may short it soon. Watch Tiva for a short. I cannot post it because I don't know how far up it's going to move. My entry should have been earlier 72 or 70, something like that. It's just 6 cents away, so we could consider moving in. I'm thinking about shorting Tiva. shorting now. Short Tiva. I'm going to post this one. Sorry, I couldn't post it before I did. I was just waiting for a pullback. So it's under 1863. You can, of course, if you like, join with this price, the same entry.
Here's watch
So
the SHPG
Tiva.
trade. Short SHPG.
It actually means I was chasing it down like 8 cents or so. Maybe more. Maybe it's too much for this stock. It's not a big mover. No, we'll see about that. TAL moved slightly higher. That's great. It's no longer just one quick red candle. It still is uptrending, but if it's going to make its decision to move down, new entry could be under 2640 TAL. I'm posting it.
Come on, SHPG. Anything under 170, I'm going to add to this trade. $0.20 to go.
Not expecting too much from Tiva. Stop was approximately 15 cents, maybe a bit more. So I'm trying to get approximately that. That means it needs to come down under 0.50, maybe 45, something like that. Yeah, I'm watching Apple. I'm actually watching Apple at all times here, trying to figure out whether we should take this trade. Now it looks interesting under 165.50. But you know, it's still uptrending, but if it's going to come down under 165.50, it should look interesting. And the S&P just pulled back down a little bit. Yeah, I'll post Apple here.
Here comes SHPG. Watch it, traders. Under 170, I will add if we get there.
If Apple will trigger, it's going to have a $1 stop loss.
Here comes 170. 10 cents to go. Pops right back up.
I'm going to have an early entry in TAL under 26.45. I think if it's going to come down under 45, looks to me like it's probably going to come down more. The risk is the highs, which is 30 cents. TAL is getting close. Nasdaq moving to a new high. S&P still holding in the middle of the range. Apple is about to move to a new high too. Looks like it's
Facebook breaking out, NVDA breaking out. Yep. Be interesting to see, Mayor, if we hang in there today or if we do roll back over. Nice move higher so far.
That should be a very important day for the market. Yeah, Tesla's looking fine over the highs. Will the S&P follow Nasdaq?
Traders, watch Tesla. I'm going to come into this trade here.
We did not take TAL. We're waiting My new entry is under 2645 if it will move under 2645. Momo is strong. Facebook strong. Tesla just moved over the highs.
I'm waiting for that 365 here on Tesla. Getting close. Just waiting on SHPG. I think it rolls back over here. We're going to wait and see.
It's interesting to see that the Nasdaq moved to a new high, but the S&P doesn't quite follow so far. And watch Apple. It's becoming more and more interesting. It's getting close to my entry mark under 165.50. But again, I don't really like to see a quick red candle. So I want to see it gradually coming down. Now it looks better. Apple. Cool down a little bit. There's Apple on your screen right now. The left side. Switching places with TAL here because TAL doesn't look like it's going to trigger soon. So I'm waiting for Apple to come down under 165.50, which is right over here. That, in my opinion, would give it a chance to move lower. $1 stop loss. Tiva still looking fine. Mind your quantity with Apple. It's getting close. $1 stop loss. S&P does not follow the Nasdaq. We're still in the middle of the range, which means that the S&P may choose to move lower. Now, since the Nasdaq moved to a new high and the S&P did not follow, here comes a new low in Tiva. We need just a few more cents at my target right now. Tiva, get ready for a partial. Taking my partial right now in Tiva. Little less than 20 cents. Not much. I was not looking for too much. That's a good start. Watch Apple. Apple's close. A few cents away. Short. Short Apple. Tiva broke down under the lows. Watch TAL, which also gives up a bit now, as the S&P is kind of approaching the lows. Now the S&P is almost touching the lows. TAL may respond. New entry to TAL under 26.50. Watch TAL now at a new entry.
I'll be with you here at this TAL trade. See it break. Still waiting on SHPG traders. Adding under 170.
Get ready for a partial in Apple. Short TAL.
Looking good now.
Apple need to break down under 165 and more. S&P under the lows, good. That should be helpful. Come on, Apple. It's 165 and more. comes the 165 in Apple. And under, touched under, and bounced. Tiva is rocking. I'm going to reduce my size further in Tiva here. Almost 30 cents, reducing some more. Nasdaq is giving up now. Coming down from the highs. S&P, as I mentioned, touched a new low. This new low is very important in the S&P because it's under Friday's lows. We just touched under Friday's lows. It was a huge down day, and this could be a continuation. And if that's a continuation of what happened on Friday, then oh my God.
Watch out below. Come on, TAL. Here comes SHPG again. Watch, SHPG under 170 I will be adding here. Waiting. Come on.
TAL bounced. I'm hoping to see some market continuation here.
8 cents to go here. 6 cents.
Where did you go short SHPG, Scott?
I was short SHPG at 40. 170.40. Here we go again.
Cool.
170
Cool, nice.
adding. If we get there, traders. Got to break 170. Penny to go.
Just
There's
did.
the add.
Market continues lower. Traders, if you're trading, whatever you're trading now, you should have one eye on the S&P and the other on the stock that you're trading. You gotta have both in vision now, because any pullback now in the S&P will take your shorts up. So far, I don't see any sign of a pullback. On the contrary, I see the market continues lower with quite a nice momentum, and I'm getting ready for a partial in Apple soon, somewhere under the 70s. No pullback in the market. Still waiting with Apple. At my target now, approximately. No pullback in the market. Still watching Apple. Hope I'm not doing a mistake here, waiting for it to crash down even further.
Oh, look at
Here comes
Tesla.
the 60,
Wow.
here comes the 50. Getting my partial right now, here are the 50s. I've got my partial in Apple. I'll probably get more, but I got exactly what I wanted in Apple. And it just reached the low, so it may bounce here. I still have small size left, hoping for some continuation. Got a nice winner in Apple, and it goes. Goodness. Nice winner in Tiva, although very small size. TAL is still kind of floating around, not making a decision. Still down a bit in TAL. The market continues moving lower. I'm getting to cover some more Apple as it moved. Oh goodness, I did not see that coming. Covering some more Apple. What a nice trade. What a nice trade. Come on, TAL, that's the only one I need now. Nasdaq did
The
follow.
SHPG
We
looking
came
good.
down under the lows. And that's the pullback in Apple. And if you're watching the S&P, you can see a bottoming tail, which kind of created this pullback here.
Okay, trader's going to be taking a partial here at 169.80 on SHPG.
I'm not giving TAL much space here. It certainly did not behave as I was expecting it to behave. My stop in TAL is going to be 26.66, not the highs. 26.66. That's my stop in TAL. It's going to make the right decision, meaning move lower. I'm going to keep on holding it. But right now, it's really just going sideways. So I have no intention of letting it moving to the highs or over the highs. 66 would be enough. That will be good enough proof for me that it doesn't really want to move lower. That would be my stop right there. Yeah, TAL is still downtrending, but look at the, let me show it here, sorry. Here it is. You see, it is absolutely downtrending, a nice breakdown point here, assuming it's going to reach that. But what happens if it moves over this level here? That does not look good. It looks like it's going to challenge the highs if it does. So it's really just going sideways. If it's going to continue and move over this level over here, I'm out. There's no reason for me to hold to the highs. Although, you know, if you're very careful with this trade and you want to play the complete right technical game, you should be waiting for it to move cent over the highs and stop it there. But I want to anticipate the point where it's going to move over the highs. And in my opinion, it's 66 plus. I have two nice green trades, and I would really like to keep it this way without having a significant loser. Yeah, I think it's late for Tiva. I mean, I still enjoy holding just 100 shares there, but way too late for Tiva to short it now. Daily looks like a car crash in Tiva. What else do you guys have for me? ULTA, Ali? ULTA looks like a nice breakdown here. It's spready, looks good. 244 looks very nice. I won't join it because I'm a little concerned of a market pullback. Watch the market again. If you watch the S&P now, you can see that the S&P has a small green candle, although it just broke down 50 cents in no time and will probably do more. But it's a bit spready and not really a stock I would like to trade when I'm nicely green, especially when I expect a market pullback. Plus, if you short that one, you gotta have at least 2.5 points stop loss, which means your target should be 2.5 points down. And that would be very hard to achieve when the market's pulling back up a little bit. TAL is looking slightly better. Let me post it here. Here it is. Slightly better. The question I'm asking myself now is whether it's going to come down under this level here, which is 26.39 or so, or it's going to continue staying in this range. So if it comes down, I'm fine with that. That will probably take it down close to the lows. Although I wouldn't short or add here because to make sure it's coming down, it needs to come down under 35, I think. 35 could be a good opportunity for, here we go, 35 is now. So 35 is still within the range. I mean, this could be just noise. But now we have 34 and 32. So maybe we've got a safer winner here. maybe we've got ourselves a winner. The lows is 23. We need to see it under the lows. It's getting close.
If there's anything over 170.50 on SHPG, I will come out of the rest. Tal looking great.
An interesting opportunity to add something to Apple under 164.20 maybe. And again, watch the market. The pullback is over. I think the market still holds to the lows. Looks to me like the market still holds to the lows. So I did move under this consolidation area, which is very encouraging. It's kind of normal that it bounced very close to the lows. There were buyers here earlier. There still are some. So we're gonna have to deal with the buyers at the lows, which are at around 23. Remember, support areas are always areas, not points of support. Once it comes under the lows, under 23, we should be looking for a partial somewhere. And it is at the lows right now, touching and under. Now let's see some continuation. Target should be at around 15. It's actually almost there now. This gig approximately 20 cents. We have more than that now. Get ready for partial in TAL. Good, nice move. If it moves over 17, I'm going to have my partial. I don't want to see pullback over 17. Let's see if we can take it down a little bit more. Here comes a 10, 26.12, 26.10. Over 16, I'll click the button. Cent over 16, I'll click the button. Come on, Tal, don't pull back up. Please don't.
Oh, it's going. It's going.
12,
Beautiful.
again, 11, 10, more sellers. Don't expect it to come down under 26 because it's a whole number, but you never know. Anyway, a pullback here, a cent over 16 will trigger my partial. That's my third trade today, all green. All green. So far, all green day. Guys, big seller at 17. I'm changing. If it moves over 17, if you just watch the level 2, you should see there's a big seller at 17. So 16 and 17 is not enough. I want to see if it moves over 17, therefore, not over 16. I'm going to take my partial over 17. Big seller at 17, which I hope is still there. I'm not sure. Yes, yes. Look at the seller at 17. Look at the seller at 17. Should be able to see the seller at 17. Cent over 17. Hopefully it will hold. That's why you watch the level 2, traders. That's why you watch the level 2. I don't see the seller at 17 anymore. That's why you watch the level 2. Come on, hold here. Hold here. Holding. You can start seeing the initial pullback efforts with a small green candle. With that turn to be a bear flag, which will take us lower, or that will turn to be a pullback where we will take our partial. I don't know. You never know. But we've seen the seller at 17, so hopefully it will hold.
Traders, again, anything over 170.50 on SHPG, I will come out. Still in the Tal trade, TAL.
comes 17 again. I no longer see the seller, but could be there hiding quantities. I don't know. But if I'm going to see it trading over 17, I'm going to click the button. I do not want it to turn to be now. Clicked at 18. Well, it's not a huge winner, but still is nice. 3 trades, all trades in green. Love to start my morning this way.
Nice morning.
I really like it.
Day traders holding on for just a moment more here on SHPG.
Traders, how are you doing today? Are you green? Are you red? How much did you make today? If you don't mind sharing, we would love to see. Jonathan is green, so is Kunal. Up 300 mark. $3, $30 up, 300 green, 200 green, 500 green, $10.80. Good, you can do something with that. $1,100, good. 530 green, 154 green, small green, nice. 150 down $6, up $490, down 666. Really, seriously, James? Boy.
Guys, remember, if you are on YouTube this morning, if you could give us a like, smash that thumbs up button there. We'll try to get over 100 again today, each and every day. That helps us out big time. So please use the thumbs up button. Gives us a leg up here in the YouTube community.
Why 100, Scott? There's like 600 people right now in YouTube.
One
Come on, guys. We had a nice day. We earned that thumb up, didn't we? Come on, guys. One click of a button, YouTube guys. Thumbs up, please.
There we go. There we go. Now we're moving.
Thanks. It looks much better now. Come on, all 600 of you guys.
Yeah, Apple's starting to take off.
I was accused recently for buying this thumbs up, Scott.
I saw that.
Since we started
Ridiculous.
that. A guy mentioned we were paying Russians to for the thumbs up.
All right.
I see YouTube guys are doing well too. That's great.
Good
Love
job,
that.
good job, good job. You're still holding on to TAL.
How is your day,
still
traders?
Holding on to SHPG as well.
Green or red? Click your answer. Let's see what percentage-wise are you doing today.
Look like over 80%. Wow. Okay, YouTube only 32 more to get to 200 today. How about it? How about it? And 78% green. Not a bad way to start the week here. Not a bad way to start the week.
That's a good start.
27 to go on YouTube. 25 to go. Come on, traders. Let's get to 200 today. Tesla looks very tentative. If you're going to short it at 356, 710 on Tesla.
Got like 67 in green. Thank you, guys.
All right. 10 more to go on YouTube. There we go.
YouTube traders, come on, we need another 10.
9 more to go on YouTube.
10 thumbs up.
7 more. How does NVIDIA look? Well, good question. I think it looks great. 152.50 or 152.65 be over the high of the day.
I'm surprised to see NVIDIA holding up, Scott. So strong.
There we go. We're over 200 here.
Plus moving up and closing the gap today.
Thank you, YouTube community, and everybody in the room. Great job. Great job. It lifts us up and it promotes the room, and you know, the more the merrier. Helps everybody out. Now, I held on to SHPG and starting to roll back down. Tesla about ready to take out the low of the day.
FTX, let's see. Let's see FedEx. Cool, nice continuation. A bit extended to the downside, but looks like it should continue. I would rather find something more, a little bit more clear.
And if you're still in the SHPG, you can add again under 170 if you'd like.
Tiva stop is going to be at 1851 now. 1851. TAL stop. Actually the same, 2651. I mean, not the same, but 2651. Over the semi-whole number. And Apple should be over 166. Cent over 166.
Traders, I'll be right back. Just give me a moment.
Market still holding very close to the lows. Now we do have to remember that the market touched the lows exactly at the 30-minute mark. Let me show you that. Those traders. We touched the lows right over here. That's the 30-minute mark. And we are at a Monday morning. The fact that we are at a Monday morning means that there's a lot of open orders usually settled during Monday mornings, usually at around 30 minutes. So that may mean that what we've seen till now, meaning the market coming down, will not hold. So get ready for a pullback, which usually happens on the 30-minute mark on Monday mornings. So this could be a turning point. This could be a turning point. Now the S&P looks like it's still holding relatively low, but if you watch the Nasdaq, then you can see that the Nasdaq is actually at the higher end of the day. Not that we've seen too much till now, but this 30-minute mark could be a very strong reversal. It's not always there, it's not always affecting the market, but you need to consider that on a Monday morning. That's because there's a lot of open orders coming from the weekend. That's why I would definitely use some tight stops, like TAL will be out, just 1 cent higher from here. Tiva still holding down. Apple bounced exactly at the 166 mark, actually very close to that. So it's not that I would like to go long right now before I have a proof that the market's really moving up, but I should start looking for longs. I should start looking for stocks that are candidates for long, and I should have tighter stops on my shorts. EQT, let's see.
Guys, watch the NVDA.
Tag is out. EQT is looking nice. 1940 should be a nice opportunity. 42. I don't read much. I don't know much on daily, but yeah, I'm gonna post EQT. I like it.
Waiting for the pop over on NVDA. Is the market reversing?
Sorry, that's right now. EQT. I'm long EQT. I was writing it as at the time I was writing it, it triggered. But it's no big deal. I joined a few cents higher. That's no big deal. Approximately 25 cents stop loss in EQT. And it needs to move over the highs, which is 1963. 1963. What a year. What a year that was. 1963. Amazing year. I was born at 1963.
Hey traders, NVDA rejected that top breakout. I'm out of the SHPG trade.
Four years before Woodstock, right? Come on, EQT. Born in the 60s. Sounds kind of cool, right? Nice initial move in EQT. Looks like it's going to challenge the highs. 1663 is the highs.
Watch NVDA here for the entry.
Tiva is out.
I'm long NVDA.
Apple is out.
Target 154 on NVDA. SHPG gone.
Only thing I've got left is EQT. Facebook, again, markets seems to be coming up, not sure. I mean, could be coming up. Therefore, tighter spreads. Tighter, sorry, stops. Yeah, Facebook looks really cool over the highs. Highs is 142.26. You know, I'll stay away from Facebook unless I see something more interesting here. But Facebook does look really good over the highs. I'm just not sure about if the market's going to continue higher. I'm just not sure about that. But this small pullback now in Facebook looks to me like if it's going to try to move higher, lower here and fail and then come back to the highs, I should be posting this. I should be posting it. I should. I will. I'll post Facebook, but tell you what, I'm not sure I'm going to take it. I need to see the market coming up. I'll post it anyway. It's going to be very high risk trade to add in EQT over 1960. But that is of course something that a lot of traders will do because it's just below the breakout point, so this could do well. I'm still concerned about this trade. You see, it just came back to our entry point right now. Hasn't done anything wrong, bounced at the highs where you would expect to find some resistance, just like Facebook did. But I'm keeping an eye on the S&P 500. The big question for me is what's coming next. And again, we moved up from the lows at the 30-minute mark. The big question now, whether we're going to see this small red candle turning into a big red candle and coming down under the lows, or the market going to challenge the highs soon, which could easily happen on a Monday morning. Watching the Nasdaq, this could, I mean, it looks like it may happen. Watching the S&P and judging according to the S&P, I'm not sure at all. We'll wait a bit. So we got in at the right point in EQT. That means our risk reward is kind of good now. But adding over 1960, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that unless I see something very clear happening to the market. So I'm actually going to change my answer. And my answer should be yes, you can do that if you're going to see something very clear in the market. And I'm not sure you will, but let's say, I mean, maybe.
Anything under 151.40 on the I think NVDA holds up there. Again, that 152 is very important for the stock. 152 for the trade. TAL. I wouldn't take it long, even for the gap fill right now. I just think it's weak in this market on TAL. And coming out of the NVDA trade here, and I'm out. Okay. Loss on NVDA. Loss on the NVDA trade. 2 red candles. As soon as it broke out, came right back down. Got me out. Yep. Yep. And Anthony will probably just bounce right back up and take it out again. We'll see if this market continues to move. Tal just sitting up there. SHPG, wow, wicked up at the top and then straight back down. Incredible. Big move.
With market candle traders. Let's see EDU. I was hoping to see the market moving up. EDU looks great for a short. Especially after what I see now. Entry could be under 53. 65. Stocks down 6%. I like it. I like the daily too. Yeah, I'll post you. I like it. The 53.65. Just posted EDU. EQT still holding up, but we do have some problem with the markets traders. Red candle, which may take us lower.
Yep. Turned around, Danny. Try to make a run and then turn right back around. SPY as well, heading down.
Tesla spiking up now.
Tesla almost at $3 spike now.
EQT doesn't get any support from the market, but it could go. It could go because the stock is up 6%. So although the market's maybe coming down now, EQT could go over the highs. But of course, success chance in a case like that are not that good. Yeah, FedEx does look like it's gonna make another leg down. It looks good. But I don't really know how to read the market now. Well, I should read it as it's coming down. I have to post that, it looks good. FedEx under 190.50. I'm posting it now. Whatever I trade now is small size. Approximately $1 stop loss in FedEx. FDX. The red candle continues. Somehow EQT holds to the highs. Target is the highs plus another 5-6 cents. So get ready. It's very close to the highs. I think it's gonna go. Big sellers at 61 over, good. 62, 63, we are at the highs. Do we have a liftoff?
Yes,
We do.
yes.
Houston, we have a liftoff. Get ready for a partial. I want to see 67, 68, something like that. Good. Taking my partial right now at 67. Got you, baby.
Very nice.
Thank you guys for posting EQT. It was a cool trade.
Boy, NVDA did reject that top. Double top and rejected. Coming right back down.
Whoa, I missed FedEx here. I'm going to short it here. I'm shorting a little bit under. Ah, spready. I don't think I posted it the right way, sorry. I should have written 190.50. I wrote something else, I don't know, 1950, something like that. Sorry, I missed like a zero there. I am short FedEx now. Let me put up FedEx here so you guys can see that. Stock is down 5%, came down. I'm short small size, of course, because the stop is $1 away. I'll take a look at Tiva. Tiva's level 2. Tiva looks good for a short. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if you watch the level 2, you can see some pressure. It looks good. chased down FedEx a bit. 20 cents. Big mover, so this may not be trouble, but I hope it's not. Trend is down, I have to wait a bit more. Took a bit of a risk because of doing so. EQT bounced from the highs, hasn't done anything wrong, still looking very good. Hopefully will continue. I'll take a look at big. Yeah, Tiva is also looking good. I mean, could add under 1830, 32, something like that. See big. Yeah, big looks real good. Volume's good. The lows is 30.08, which is very, very close. It's quite a big mover. Do have some problem. You may have some problem with the 30 whole number. I like the daily too. It's a continuation of what happened on Friday. Crash down. Well, I'll be waiting for FedEx here. I don't want to get into another trade here before FedEx is completed. But big does look quite nice under 30.10, which is now. The big test is 30, of course. Again, I'm not taking this trade. I have an open trade here with FedEx, hoping it's going to do well, but the market is returning to the lows. Therefore, stock like big, which is down 3% and has a nice technical formation plus market help, that should give you a decent success rate. Take a look at TAL for another potential short. I'm a bit worried about TAL, I have to tell you. Stock moved up a little bit too much. Let me show you that. It moved up a little bit too much, over the VU up and some more. So I don't know, I mean, does it really want to come down? In fact, it moved all the way close to the highs, you see? I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't consider that a trend. I wouldn't. That doesn't look to me anymore like an interesting trade. And I also want to remind you that it took it quite a long time to come down. Quite a long time to come down. I mean, we did wait, and it really was a bit challenging until it finally made the move. I'm not for it. I'm out of this trade. It was nice, but that's it. Big is at the 30 mark, and I think it's going to come under because look at the number of sellers at 30.01. So if you took that trade, it just came under 30. Big sellers. Wow, cool. Cool. You were risking 35 cents. 30 to 35 cents. So if you took that trade, you need to see it at the lower 80s. That's another 15 cents. But very cool. Nice technical breakdown here. FedEx moved down very nicely, but the big test is under 190 and then under the lows. And the S&P moved to a new low. Boy, oh
Wow.
boy, the market is crashing.
On a Monday.
What's interesting to see, Scott, that the S&P is very close to the 1% down point, actually 0.9 something now, and the Nasdaq is only down 0.3. Usually the Nasdaq would lead, but the Nasdaq did not break down under the lows yet, and once it does, then it would probably join the S&P very fast. Apple is down 2.1%, which is also interesting. Facebook under the lows, the one we were thinking about going long if it moves over the highs, which of course it did not. We are coming down. Apple, I mean, although it's down 2%, I wouldn't trust it. Look, same thing like Tal, you see, it's just going sideways. I don't see any trend. I mean, here, that was great. I enjoyed this trade. It was my best trade today, certainly my biggest winner. But look at that, it just moved over the view up here, moved up, really in the middle of the range. And you got your big partial. If you took a big short at any pullback now, you should get your partial. That was a cool trade. I wish I had that one. So if I was to trade that, a cent over 81 would trigger now, would trigger my partial. Very cool, almost 30 cents trade. Very nice. Very, very nice. Can FedEx join and come down? HD, Alberto, let's see HD. Very much reminds me of big. I mean, I don't know where you posted that one. I think you probably posted it here. So that could have been very nice, although a bit risky. Big mover. But yeah, very nice. BA, Boeing, let's see. Yeah, Boeing just moved under the lows, but stock is only down 1%, so it's not outperforming the market. The market's down 1% too, so Boeing's down 1% doesn't mean much. It is trending lower. It is raining. Everybody's getting wet, Boeing included. But you need to concentrate on stocks that are dramatically down, like FedEx. Although FedEx not doing so great right now for us, but FedEx down 5%.
Alright, guys, so this is Andrew. I'm going to do the recap for today. I had a pretty good day. Um, um, we had a decent watch list, not a crazy watch list. We had a very decent, a very few stocks in our watch list. NTRI, Apple, Teva, and I think QCOM. We actually never traded QCOM. And the usual suspects of AMD and MU. These are the usual suspects that we traded. So what was the situation for us was the first trade was Teva. So Teva was on my watch list at the open. I really wanted to take that trade to the short. It was gapping down, and I was really ready to go short on that. In the first 5 minutes, I waited for the first 5 minutes. I took the trade on the opening range breakdown, and I took the trade to the opening. I do have one open position right now on NTRI. So I did go short and for opening range breakdown. So as you see, and the drop, I added more, dropped more at 1859, and I wasn't really patient enough. For some reason, I don't know. I was expecting it to drop a little bit more, and I eventually got out, too early on that. So as you see, I went short for opening range breakdown. I added more on that, and then dropped a little bit, but I got out too early. I really didn't like the fact that it's not selling off. I did actually post a trade on the chat room. So I did post, I did post the chat room, said if you trade with Teva at the open. So Carlos and Peter also took that trade. So 12% same as me, they got out. 14% they trade and they made money because Carlos and Peter stayed in that short, and 74% really didn't take that trade with us. So anyway, but eventually turned out to be a really, I don't know. I was expecting it to drop a little bit. 5 minutes, I waited for the first 5 minutes. I took the trade on the opening range breakdown, it. So what was the situation for us was the first trade was Teva. So Teva was on my watch list at the open. I really wanted to take that trade to the short. It was gapping down, and I was really ready to go short on that. In the first 5 minutes, I waited for the first 5 minutes. I took the trade on the opening range breakdown, and I took the trade to the opening. I'll do have one open position right now on NTRI. So I did go short and for opening range breakdown. So as you see, and the drop I added more, dropped more at 1859, and I wasn't really patient enough. For some reason, I don't know. I was expecting it to drop a little bit more, and I eventually got out, too early on that. So as you see, I went short for opening range breakdown. I added more on that, and then dropped a little bit, but I got out too early. I really didn't like the fact that it's not selling off. I did actually post a trade on the chat room. So I did post, I did post the chat room, said if you trade with Teva at the open. So Carlos and Peter also took that trade. So 12% same as me, they got out. 14% they trade and they made money because Carlos and Peter stayed in that short, and 74% really didn't take that trade with us. So anyway, but eventually turned out to be a really, really nice drop. And as you see, a very beautiful, nice drop. So that was the Teva. I didn't make any money on that. NTRI was a short that I'm still in there. So NTRI, I tried to take opening range breakdown. I went short. This is a stock that moves a lot. So I got out too early. So first, it was a quick loss on that because I wasn't really patient. And I really was expecting it to squeeze people up. But it didn't squeeze up. So I went back short again, did a pull back to these moving averages, and then drop. I added more at 44.72, then the average. And eventually, as you see, it's really coming down to dropped all the way up to 43.67. You might ask, okay, where is the 43.67 level? This is the level that here. So we back, a stock is back, on a daily chart has popped up 30%. That's a huge pop up. But the first level, you don't want to find any levels around here because it's really not useful to find any level. Let me bring the pen up. Where's our pen? Where's my pen? Pen. Oh, here. Here. So this popped up. There is really no level around here. So there is no point for go and find the levels down here. So the real level that you really find is come down in time. Back in August 2018, that's the first bounce from here. So as you see, I actually held it all the way through that. Not everything, but as you see, all the way up to 43.67 and bounce back. So it might actually crack that level and go lower, but I'm not really planning to hold anything on that. It's done. 50 shares is really not that much. So that's NTRI. That was a really nice short from above the VWAP and sold off. The market at the same time sold off, and I think the market kind of helped me. So you see the market really sold off. SPY sold off heavily, so that actually helped a lot of my short. AMD was a trade that I took on the long side, and I'm really happy with the way that I managed the risk on that. So AMD, I took opening range break up. I knew it's a little bit tricky because now we have a resistance here. So I took opening range break up. It did pop up. I got out because I really didn't like the fact that we didn't pop up really fast. So I wasn't really sure if it's a long or not. So that's why I went long. But as soon as I saw it's being bought back up at the moving average, I went long again. 4,000 shares popped up, and at 1980 something, all the way up to above this level 2006 that I had. And then the last piece, as soon as it dropped, the last piece I got out at the break even. So here's the law that I have, and I think it helped me a lot. So here's the law that I had. If I go and I take some partial profit, so this is the long, I took some partial profit, I bring my stop loss at the break even. My original stop loss was below the moving averages, but I'm not holding it through the below moving after I actually scale out. Now I bring my stop loss at the break even. So as soon as it dropped, I got out. And then that is the moment exactly at around 950 when the market started a huge sell-off. And look at this huge drop. I was going to flip my position, go to AMD, but I just didn't want to trade the stock, many times. So I wanted to flip the trade to the short side. This is exactly the moment that market started setting off too. So if I bring a SPY for you, so this is exactly the moment that market started setting off. It could be a good short, but I didn't trade it to the short. So I don't want to mess around with this stocks. I mean, you don't have to be in every move. I mean, even if you identify a trend, and even if you're 100% sure about that trade, you don't have to mess around and trade every single stock and every single move. I mean, I had a decent profit, decent move. So that's AMD. That was NTR Teva. So there was a lot of other good stocks. I mean, Norm is killing Apple these days. So Norm took a really short trade from up here all the way up to down here, and then he took a reversal, but he got stopped out on the break even. Carlos and Peter took the trade on Teva with me, and then they still hold it. I think they kind of, it seems that they kind of hold it through its next level. I hope they do a recap. And other than that, so I think it was a decent day. I mean, it was a clean day. It wasn't really, I didn't struggle with any stock except AMD that I got out and got in back in. It wasn't really a struggle day for me. All right, guys, have a good day. Monday tonight is class 1. So for those of tonight class 1, for those of you who are part of the classes or starting our education with us, and this Thursday is the mentorship session. So for those of you who are part of the mentorship session, the lifetime mentorship session, make sure to post your questions, and then we have that at 5 o'clock in the Pacific time. How many tickets for me? 45 tickets so far. All right, guys, have a good day, and I'll see you, probably around 200, 250 in a commission, which is not bad at all. All right, have a good day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.
This morning, day trading in real time, sort of, kind of, talking about my trades and all that fun stuff here in a second. I'm going to talk about the emotion, the battle, my thought process, and all of that on a couple different trades this morning, talking about kind of where my entries were, where my targets were, and you'll see the trades here in a little bit. I ended up getting short on a stock, and I got out for a small winner, and then it just went lower and lower and lower. Oh, it was painful. I was red, then green, then red to green, and one of those days. But hey, it's part of day trading, baby. The emotional battle. It's real. It is real, real, real. I got to get that in check. You're going to see that play out here in this video here in a second. So make sure you stay tuned. All right, what's going on, guys? It's Monday morning. It's 8:04 right now, and we're looking here at MRNS. You can see on the scanner this morning, the Gapper scanner that I'm using here, Trade Ideas. I got MRNS and AXSM popping up there on the scanner, so I'm going to be looking at these two stocks right now for an opportunity. Looking for more of a short bias opportunity here on MRNS after this big move this morning, popping up there from $5 up there to $7.63. Not sure I'm going to be able to get my perfect entry, but we're looking to see if we can get a short opportunity if this does spike up there again towards that 740 area and look weak. We'll look to go short at that point. So that's what we're looking for. That's the game plan. And let's see if we get it. It's like I said, it's 8:05 in the morning right now, and I'm looking to get some shares to short up there above $7. Let's see what happens here. You can look at the daily chart here, just get an idea kind of what's going on with the daily chart. MRNS, a little bit of resistance up there, a little higher. Nothing looking like a huge major resistance up there. Not really till like $9 area. You can see, overall it's been trending lower down there to $4 right now. And then this morning, that big wick. Big move up there to 763 right now at the 650 area. So we'll see what happens here if this can find some support. It's looking like it wants to find some support there. I'm also keeping an eye on UXIN on Friday. Had a big move up there to 480, getting stuck and then pulling back. A little bit of a battle right here at the 650s right now. Kind of that key area. See if this is going to hold and maybe we start to turn back up. It's on the 5-minute chart. Got that next EMA, the 20 EMA down there at $6. So right in the middle of the two of these. Got the VWAP at 686. Let's see if we can hold. This 650 is doing some weird stuff. So I'm not sure why my recorder stopped recording here on MRNS this morning, but you can see my entries getting in there at 630, trying to get a bounce off that 630. We had a little bit of a bounce earlier from that 625. I was thinking we might get that bounce one more time. So I jumped in there with 1,000 shares, took a small loss as it couldn't hold that support area there at 630, and then down here trying to buy the bounce at that $6 support. Got a little bit of a bounce, just not getting enough, so ended up getting out for a small loss there. And at that point, I was down over $200 and ended up getting one more stab at it here on the bounce at 580, getting back above $6. So now it's kind of consolidating there, MRNS consolidating at that 580 area. We'll see if this is going to be the turn up here. The turn up, let's see if this is going to be the turn up point. And you can see overall, this morning MRNS going all the way up there to $7.68, pulling back down there to 580 right now. So like I was talking about, like I thought I was talking about, was basically I was watching these key areas, is kind of where the EMAs were, where the whole dollars were, and looking for a little bit of a bounce, kind of getting those bounce on the way down. I was hoping, we might get the bounce and then finally start to consolidate and bam, get the move higher, but right now just not looking strong. MRNS has a little bit of news this morning, but I'm playing it safe, and the key thing here is my two losers. I had two losers that were smaller than my one winner, and my winner really wasn't even that crazy. I had a little bounce there off the 580 back up there to 6. So, I got the 20 cents, and on the two losers, I was risking 10 cents. So that worked out for me. Although I'm only green $10, at one point, I was down over $200. So you can see kind of risk management here, playing it safe with tight stops, understanding that I'm not really trying to invest in this. I'm not trying to buy the dip and hold. I'm basically just trying to buy the bounce here at some point. And, there's the bounce now back up there to 609. So I'm going to keep an eye here on MRS, see what kind of happens in this area, and might look for a short opportunity if it looks weak, and it's kind of looking weak right now. So let's see if we can get a short opportunity here. I'm going to jump in short right there at 605. See if we can't get this to pull back down there below $6. For this to pull back below $6, get down there to 580 one more time and kind of continue this downward trend. But if not, we'll jump out quickly here. I'm going to get another 500 shares there at 610 and looking for this to pull back down there to the $6. So there's that little bit of a trap, I think. I think we're getting the trap here. Get this pull back below 610 and pull down there below $6 one more time. So just kind of watching here closely, see if we can't get that to be gone here in a second. Get this washout below 610. There we go. Go a little bit more, below 6 here. Take off some of the risk there just to get out of that risk there. See if we can get this pullback below 6. Ended up getting filled in my entry. I thought I was going to get filled a little bit lower. I was trying to take some of that risk off there. Just wasn't really liking how we're kind of bouncing around this. So my issue here is we can rewind this and think about the emotional issue here. Why was I not able to hold for this whole move down lower? This cover right here, not really sure why, in the moment that I thought that was a good idea. I thought I was going to get covered down there at the $6, just kind of lock that in. And you can see now down there to 591. So what happened there? Really what happened there was I just shorted too early. This right here, shorting there at 605 was just not a good short. You can see, we were right there at the EMA, right there at the support. This up here, this was the short area. I needed to get more extended off of the EMAs there. And you can see how that's working out now, down there to 595. So it did exactly what we wanted to do, but I just didn't have the patience. And then I didn't have the patience to wait really for that clear entry, and got a little bit of FOMO thinking that this might just roll off and crash back down, which, it ended up doing, but just at a different price point. So, shorting up here at the 620s, that would have been a beautiful little short, and I could have held this one down there to the 590 pretty easily. But the problem here was the emotion, right in this area shorting. I was down $300 at one point, and I'm thinking, oh man, I just want to get out. I want to get out for break even at least. I want to get out for break even, and I had my opportunity to get out for break even, and then held a little bit more just to get that $100 in profit. And you can see I'm up $110 on the day right now. So MRNS, one of those tricky ones, a little bit of over trading right now. I think I'm just going to go ahead and kind of let it be. We're going to do the live stream here in a second, and we'll come back maybe at open. But I think 4 trades today. 3 of those trades, not really that good of trades. One little bounce trade really wasn't that good either. And, just kind of, it's Monday. It's Monday, we got to get back in the flow today, back in the flow. So I'm going to let it be, I think. I think that's probably the best plan for me right now, is just to walk away in terms of trading. I'm going to do the live stream here in a second, and then I'll let you guys know what happens after that. So, all right, so the market's about to open here on MRNS. So you can see it's down there to $5.60 now. So again, my short, I was in the right mindset for that short opportunity that I took there above $6, because obviously, down there to 560 now, but just didn't get the best entry. So that pretty much shows you how the entries are so important, because even if you're right about the trade and you don't have good entry, you end up getting out for either a small loss or a loss on the squeeze, and then the stock does exactly what you want it to do in the first place. So that's kind of frustrating. But here we go. Market's about to open. Let's see if we get a little bit of a pop up there towards $6. Let's see if we can get this push up there to $6. If we don't get it, we don't get it type of thing. Keep my eye on UXIN as well. Looking to see if we can get this push up there towards the 480 one more time. The big buyer keeps popping up there at 460 right now. MRNS trying to do something here. Back up to that $6. Let's see if we can get that trap that I'm talking about. Get up to that 620 one more time. MRNS getting stuck there at the 590s once again. Just not having the strength here, but just getting a little choppy right now. Kind of chopping around here right there at the open. So it's gonna give it a little bit of time. We don't need to force it here. We do not need to force it. So it looks like somebody else has a similar game plan than I do. The shorts piling in there now. The shorts, they set that trap really nice there. $6, that whole dollar resistance, and pushed it right back down there. UXIN above $5 now. Wow. So showing some serious strength here. So UXIN up there to 520 now. I wanted to short really bad there at the 520s, but not really liking this strength that it's showing right now. But there's that pullback down there to 508 now. Let's see if it bounces up that $5 whole support. You see that seller sitting there at 520. Big seller right there at 520 right now. There it is. 15 cents. There it is. Wow. Kind of is what it is. MRNS also getting denied there at the $6, down there to 568. So really just a good example today of what happens, you know, emotions. Was I wrong about this short here at above $6? No. Did I have a good entry? No. So that's what happens when you get a bad entry. Your emotion starts to play into it. You know, I was down $300, and then all I'm thinking about is I want to get out for break even. If I can get out break even, you know, it's like one of those things, hoping and praying. That's the emotion takes over. And even though I knew that this was, you know, probably going to go lower at some point, I just didn't want to risk it. And I think really the overall problem with this trade overall the problem with MRNS this morning was I kept trying to buy these little bounces. It worked here, but you know, these areas just wasn't working. And I think this really was just overall just a beautiful short opportunity. So I'm not sure why I went from shorting, you know, I saw it up here at the $7 and I was like, "Ooh, I want to short here." And then I saw it in this area and I was like, "Ooh, maybe I'll look for a bounce. Maybe it wants to bounce." So, you know, I changed my bias a couple times during the trade, and that was just not really what I should have been doing. So kind of a good lesson for you guys to kind of see, you know, when you're flip-flopping back and forth, how it can be hard, to take profit or, you know, really find the best plan. So I think MRNS was clearly just a short, you know, hindsight's 2020 here, but you guys can see the battle sometimes. The battle, even when it's clearly a short, sometimes you're like, "Ooh, well, maybe I can get a bounce. Maybe I can, you know, maybe it'll bounce for me. Maybe I'll get some bounces on the way down." So I'm going to go ahead and close it out there. Up $100 there on MRNS. And, you know, it's kind of just one of those days. I felt like my overall had some good entries. Overall, I felt like my game plan was there, but I just wanted a little bit more here on MRNS. I wanted that spike, just like a 620 spike. It really overextended and then come crashing back down. I didn't really want to short right there at 6, but there it is. You know, I was being a little greedy. And then I think AXSM also this morning was thinking about shorting there at the 380s and now down there to 330. And let's see where UXIN is now. So UXIN pulling back down there to the 490s. So it's one of those days, you know, one of those days where you're right, but you're wrong, and you just can't make up your mind. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out there. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow morning at 8:45. Like I said, you know, it's just one of those days. One of those days the battle is real. The battle is real, but still, we're walking away green. I'm not going to complain about it. So I'll talk to you guys later on.
SPY a little bounce off the bottom here. I don't know. I do like Facebook over the 140. I do like Facebook over 140. That looks good here, but we got to have the market start to move higher. I don't know if it gives it up or not, but I'll tell you one thing. It does look tentative here. I mean, 260 again is the line in the sand. I know. It's struggling, Danny. Now we break 259, could be down lower. We'll see. Yep. Let me take a look at Yelp. I will do that. YELP. I mean, you'd think maybe under 35 you could short it, but it's up for the day in what we would call as a bad market. So I still try to play it from the long side somewhere. And Tesla, yeah, I mean, Tesla here, this 355 right here just broke down. We'll see. Just watch the SPY very closely here going forward. And it's trying to hold on. 259. Watch it here. Bar sales from Apple iPhones in China. Yeah. Got a little bounce. Again, 260 is going to be that, I don't know, not volatile, but that point in the sand where, uh, people will start getting in. Also, CRON over 1272. This is not a big mover, but certainly this move right here over yesterday's close would be one that I would look at. Man, the SPY's giving it up. There it goes. I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling that we hold up a little bit, but I thought that over 260, and we just, like Danny says, we just crushed right under 260. Okay, watch the SPY take out the low now. You can almost short Tesla at will right here because it's going to follow the market. Well, I'll tell you what, that's great for today. I'll tell you that. Very good. And listen, days like today to stay green, you know, you can stop trading, trade the direction of the market. This is a pivotal point. This is candle number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is candle number 5 at the bottom here.
Good morning, Scott, Amir, Mayor, everyone. Make the sound test, please.
Hey, Michael, good morning to you. How are you? Interesting market this morning. Very, very interesting market.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for the reversal. I mean, at one point we're gonna move higher, aren't we? The question is only, getting on board in time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can see the SPY here has done nothing but gone down today. Since the open, just peaked up. This was where we had the, if you're looking here, traders, this is where we had the move higher with the futures, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, down, tried to recover, and we've done nothing but gone down today. So as we peer into the afternoon session today, it's going to be, I think, tough sledding. We'll see if we do bounce like Michael says. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be something in here, but I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon.
We are sitting actually in a perfect Derflex formation right now at the lows. So, signaling maybe more downside. We'll wait and see.
I mean, you talk about that, Michael, and it's just a perfect bear flag. I mean, here's your traders. If you're looking at this, here's your poll right now, and you've got the flag part right in here. And I got to tell you, if in fact we break it, we break the lows, we could see even further move down here, even a further move down on the SPY. So just be watching that. Tesla is starting to deteriorate here, so again, doesn't look good. Well, we can. Facebook is looking like that too. I think you just picked a line in the sand here. Tesla 353 would be probably a really, really good short. Just not sure that the market won't bounce down here. That's the only thing I'm concerned about right now.
What about some holiday spirit? You know, it's like if you're not gonna get a move this week, um, I don't see where we're gonna move.
Exactly.
There's one good thing about the US markets this year. This is the only market that's positive. All other global markets are deep, deep in the red. And, you know, so compared to the others, the US is doing great. Europe is in bear market, China in bear market, Japan is um, down like 6% for the year. Hong Kong is terrible this year. Basically nowhere to go. This market, other than the US market. Yeah, looks like Santa is not coming around this year.
There goes the SPY. That's what I'm talking about. Is the second you start to think that you're going to go long, I mean short Tesla, like at the bottom, the market starts to take off. You just got to be very careful here. Most people, most traders, most inexperienced traders try to pick the bottom off and try to make it better or get kind of a running start, so to speak, right? And a lot of people get burned that way. And there it goes. Watch the 260 area now. Watch the 260 area. Well, I'd get in like on Tesla, probably that 355 level that it just went through. Just watch on the S&P. Watch in here where my mouse is. Watch the 260 area. If it gets going here over 260, then Facebook would be my play here. I'll post this trade and take it here. This is going to be a Facebook long over 140. Okay, Facebook long 140. About 13 cents to go. I want to see this 260 get taken out. I want to see Facebook start to move over 140. One will lead the other. Okay, traders, I am long the trade, long Facebook here at 140.
SQ is very strong today, Scott. Pay attention to this one.
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. We had a couple people ask about it, and looks really, really good too. First partial on Facebook's going to be at 40 cents, 140.40. SPY's got to get involved here. Come on, I'm not asking for much here, just 40 cents. 40 cents on the Facebook trade. And the SPY's failed at the top again.
Yeah, we're having like tails on every move. There's a tail. Unbelievable. Ouch.
Come on, don't let me down here. Don't let me down. Well, you know what you got to do, SPY, so just do it. 260 over 260 and we should be good. Stop on Facebook is at the top of this candle here. Hopefully we won't need it. Let's see. Yeah, 50. 139.50. Maybe just a little bit below that. Come on, SPY, take off now. Take off.
SQ over 63 looks very extended to me. I wish I would have bought it at 62, which was a VWAP trade, even 61.50. 63 is like way up, and finally the buyers are coming in, finally. Or some buyers.
Okay, there we go over to 260. Okay, we're going to get a lot more on Facebook here. I'm going to pull off some right now, watching it go up right here at 70. Okay, I'm going to come out of 3/4 of the trade at 70. I'll get a little bit more at 78 actually. Okay, nice move, explosive move higher. Watch the 141. What I'm going to do now is I will add on the Facebook trade at 141. So I just sold 3/4. I'll add half of that back to the trade here over 141. Okay, over 141. Yeah, SQ looks great. I mean, I would definitely take it over 63. Actually, you might just wait until the breakout comes. Breakout's going to be at 63.09, so 63.10. Good job, Arlette. Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more. Mentor, good job on the partial. We were real blessed there to take that and move it forward. Good trade. Nice. Yeah, about 40 cents to go for the ad. No problem, Chris. Thank you, Gabriel. Yep, worked out real well here. Let's see now, SPY 261. Okay, traders, I'm going to take off here. I'm going to hold on to just the last 200 shares of Facebook here, see if we get any movement. And what I'll do is I'll hold on to it probably till 140.20 here on the last 200 shares with an opportunity maybe to add over 141. I'm going to turn it over to Michael. Michael will take you through the lunch hour here. I'll be back at 1:30. We'll get the afternoon session started. Well, I'll tell you what, the Facebook trade was just a little icing on the cake here, and hopefully we get this market to really move one way or the other coming into the afternoon session. I'm looking forward to that. I'm nice and green now. Thank you to Mayor this morning. Thanks for the Facebook trade here going forward, and I'll see everybody at 1:30. Michael, my friend, it's all yours. Lead them to a successful lunch hour here, and I'll be back, traders, in a little while. Thanks again for the morning session. See you soon. Gabriel, anytime, my friend. Here. Thanks, Michael.
So we had a 5-minute bar, finally. 5-minute bar that closed at the highs of the bar. So that's a positive. Now let's see if we have continuation. The next target is going to be, of course, the VWAP, which is not so far away, and maybe we can turn this market around and start buying cheap. Guys, one stock that I'm watching is NTRI. I missed the 44 entry on it, but this is a very strong stock today. Should be watched for an entry after a small pullback. Now it's at 44.10. Should have entered at 44, but missed it. NTRI. NTRI is the number 2 on the top 20. Again, I'm going to post it if it's going to be where, and if it's going to be a buyout. Okay. Anyway, even if it's a buyout, it looks and the stock is moving. So as long as it's moving, who cares? It's a buyout, it's not a buyout. Looks good for more upside, actually. NTRY, NTRI, I remember this stock trading it many years ago. Then it disappeared, and now it's back. Back with a vengeance, I would say. EABA long. Hold on a second. Let me bring in my charts. I don't know what's the buyout offer on NTRI, but the stock is moving, so it's probably not a closed deal. So this is, as you can see, guys, NTRI coming off the lows. I think 44 was a good entry point, and as you can see, it's not a big mover, but a consistent mover coming off the lows. This is how it looks on the daily. So huge volume. It's still tradable. To me, it's still tradable. So on a pullback, I missed the, like I said, I missed the 44 entry. I did not want to buy it at the VWAP, which was like 12 or 13. On a pullback, I may buy it. Guys, if you want me to look at anything, we hit the VWAP and immediately reversed lower. It's not tradable on the platform, so it's not tradable. I will skip it. So let's check where we're going from here. Let's start with sectors. Financials down 2.4, energy 2.9, Chinese internet 1.6, SPY 1, fuels a quarter, everything in the red. SQ is up 3%, and Nvidia 2.2, and Facebook is up. So we have some positive movers in the Nasdaq. Let's take a look at FND. Yeah, FND looks good for a short play. Under the VWAP, that's 2860. Sorry, 2880. Top over 29, if that's what you're looking for. Not a big mover. Let's check the daily. The daily is, the daily is not very weak, but weak enough to short it. Yeah, I agree. The volume is not great, like 500,000 shares, a little bit more than that. Still, it's like no spread. It's tradable. Despite the terrible, well, not terrible, despite the low volume. I think about, if you're looking at Facebook over 141, it's going to be a market play anyway. So it's not going to be a Facebook play. Now we're hitting lunch with, I won't say zero volume, but low volumes are coming. And if you took the 140 trade and you wanna add, okay, but entering at 141 with a $1 stop loss, or let's see, at least 70-cent stop loss. Uh, I don't know. It's a bit risky. Guys, take a look at this stock, SWI, and this 1715 reversal play has lots of room to move. Let's check the daily. The daily is weird. Maybe this is a spin-off of some kind. Anyway, it has only a 15-cent stop loss under 15, so this one looks good. The gas trades up and down. Yeah, now you see gas is moving up. Wow. Yeah, this is like a huge mover. I don't remember the unleveraged ETF. This is a leveraged ETF, very risky, very spready, and UNG, I think. Hold on a second. Yeah, UNG. Better to trade UNG than Digas or whatever other crazy ETFs. But this one already moved. You look at this breakout. Maybe it's worth following. I don't, I mean, buying at the highs, it's a bit risky right now. There was probably some news on gas prices or whatever.
All right, just a couple quick trades right here. Extra trades we're doing just for practice, as you can see, and Facebook started rolling back around, and I tried to short it right down here, and it stopped me out. But then I saw it with the momentum coming in, so we got long again, and we went long, and I should have held it a little longer, so it would have been
daily. What's wrong here?
It was a better trade to the upside.
Terrible.
But the reason why I went short on it, look at this 5-minute chart. See this wick right here? This wick right here. Let me put this on yellow. This wick was starting to roll around. It was starting to roll around. You see this 8 moving average coming down. And you see this wick. It started turning red. So the whole thing looked like it was rolling back around. It went up here, and it was turning red. And I started shorting it right there. And then we saw the turnaround. So as soon as it turned around and started going back up, that's when I reversed my position right here. It went down, and then it stopped me out real quick. A real quick little loss. And then I got long above this red bar right here. Once it right here, right above that red bar, we got long. And then I should have held it longer. I was concerned about the tops right over here, of course.
Not trading them. I mean, think
and
you
so we
guys
just
is
got out
right place to trade.
and probably could have continued to hold it, of course, because my entry point was all the way down here. My stop was right here. And as soon as it went that high and started coming back down, you know, I moved my stop from here to here at first. But then when I saw it keep going up, I moved my stop from here to this area, and it came back, pulled back, and stopped me out. So I just slowly moved my stop up higher and higher. And that's how I did that one. Looks like it's going to break out to the top side again, though. You know, I mean, it's giving me that pattern that we like to see when we're trying to go long. a little burst here, consolidation. It can go either way, obviously, but it looks like on the 2-minute chart down at the bottom, the moving average is crossed over. It's consolidating after this reversal bar here, and it could continue to go up easy. It could continue to go up easy. So I'm just going to watch it for a minute and see. Really, it's tough to get it in while it's consolidating.
Good 5-minute bar.
Really need it to do this right here when it goes down and reverses. And it did it really quickly too, like right here. That's probably not the best place to get it. I'm going to put it up. See, I just
order filled.
All right, it got me long, and I'm just going to put my stop down below that same candle and see what happens. Let it just continue to go up. I'm only doing 100 shares here because that's, look, it did the same thing over here. It went down and came up, went down and came up, and here it's doing the same thing, down and came up.
17.
So I'm just going to move my stop to break even here. Now I'm going to trail it up now.
Order rejected.
I'm gonna close it
Order
out
filled.
just for some profits on that. And see, this is what I do. I get out too early sometimes. I got the idea of where it's reversing and what direction it might be going in sometimes. And then I just get out real early. So that's a big problem. I'm going to have to work on that. Holding your winners is something I've got to work on. We'll get better over time. All right, we had 5 trades today. We're down $57. 5 trades is $50 in commission, so we really only lost $7. And let's take a look at the trades. It's mostly QCOM, 1 Facebook trade at the end there. And let's take a look at this. On the daily chart, you can see it right here. It went down yesterday and gapped up. Oh, right here. It went down yesterday and gapped up today. It's bouncing in that 8 moving average. It's congested in between these 2 moving averages below the 200. I was shorting it. I'll tell you why. If you look over here on the hourly chart, it gapped right up and started going right into that 200 moving average. Look how weak it got. It went up to the top of that thing, started coming back down. And so it was above the 200 on the 15. That's why it's kind of holding its strength right here. That's coming down now, but it bounced off that 15. On the 15-minute chart, it bounced off the 200 moving average. 200 moving average on the 15-minute chart. That would have been a good time to buy it right there. But here's the 5-minute chart. You can see where it hit that top of that 200 moving average on the 60-minute chart. Just did nothing but come back down. Tried to go up real strong again, and just it's failing now. But what did we do? Let's take a look at what we did. First thing we did was we tried to short it, but you're not going to be able to see it. I did wait until after the first minute candle. Boom, first minute candle was done. Second candle started to come down right here. So I started to short it down here. I probably should have waited a little longer until it went back to test the highs. And then this is where I shorted it and it was good. But the first time I shorted it, you can see right here, as it was rolling back around and this big green candle was getting ignored, but I didn't wait for it to break below. I didn't wait for it to break below. It never ticked below that.
Higher, sideways.
I just got short I got short right in there. I didn't wait for it to come down in this area here, you see. If I would have waited for it to break below that candle right there,
I don't see great
I would have not lost this. And to be honest with you,
yes,
I should have had my stop. I had my stop below this right here. I said that might be the lower high. And I had my stop right there, a little slippage, and it got me out right there. Probably could have got out of that. Two mistakes on this. I should have not gotten in the trade. I should have not gotten in the trade, number one. Number two, my stop should have been a lot lower, in my opinion. Then I just took another chance when I saw it coming back around. And here I made the same mistake again. I got in below, before it broke, below that pivot right there. You see, I got in again right here higher. And then what did it do? It started coming back around, right? And I had my stop still up high. It never stopped me out, and I just stayed in it for the drop. Once it dropped down, I was able to get out of it. I was able to get out of that with a little profit. It kept going down. Now, what else do we do here? Well, I tried to go long on it. No, I didn't. I tried to short it 2 more times. This is what's got me here. I knew this thing was going to continue to go down. At least in my heart, I felt, like this is going to continue to go down. So the entries and exits, it's just not good timing on this.
If it's shortable,
and again, if I would have waited until it broke below
under the view up,
these pivots,
stop loss over the round,
but I just wanted to get in early.
Big stop loss.
I saw this wick developing. I saw it rolling down on that big red candle there. The only problem is you see this wick here coming back up. So there's a little bit of area where there's some buying right in through there. And that's exactly what it did. It came down right here. Came down on that wick and went right back up, and it stopped me out because my stop was short this time.
Anyway,
then I saw it rolling back around on this big red candle right here. Right here. And I said, this has got to be, it was fast too. It was really, really fast. I said, I'm going to short early. I want to short early. I'm not going to wait for it to come down here, right? And it went up and stopped me out again. That's 2 times. And then what does it do? It immediately comes back down in the direction that I knew it was going to go. I just knew it was going to go in that direction, and it just head faked me too much.
Okay, so Facebook lower, the market lower.
Those was 1, 2, 3, 4 trades.
All the direction trades.
4 trades on this.
Looking a hit.
Only 1 winner on this, and then I had a Facebook trade that was a little bit of a winner. It was going down. We could take a look at it. It was going down, and I got it right. Thank goodness. Those are right here. It was rolling back around right here. I got in a little late. Obviously, these are some other additional practices I'm doing. Where's Facebook at? We want Facebook. And this is the trade for the 50-50 challenge. I saw it rolling back around. Facebook was doing the same thing as QCOM, bouncing off that 60 moving average on the 200 over there. You could see the 200 moving average. It went up and hit it and started rolling back down. That's the same thing it did on the other one. So, you're looking for it to roll back around. This is where it's rolling back around right here on the 1 minute chart. So I just jumped in for a short right here. Probably didn't time that right. And I got out early. I could have held that for a beautiful move to the downside. So that put me at my $50, $57 negative, and I stopped the 50-50 challenge. And then I started trading some other things. I keep practicing after the challenge is over so I can continue to learn and train my perceptions and stuff. But anyway, if you like what you're learning from the channel, subscribe, click the bell, and remember, always thank God. Peace.
Yeah, I have to agree, Chris, that it looks like a repeat of Friday at this point. Any move higher is being sold, and we're looking terrible.
Everybody seems to want to live in New York, LA, or Washington, but you're barking up the wrong tree because it's so expensive. The real places out there where you're going to make the most money when you go to sell 5 years, 10 years out are these.
Directionless rentless, whatever you want to call
the
it.
average age is only 33, and that includes all the old folks. So could you imagine how young and hopping this town is? In Nashville, for $295, you can get a 3-bedroom house. Yeah, that's remarkable, right? The price had gone up almost 10% in the last 9 months. That's tremendous gains, and there's more jobs in Nashville than any other small city in America, and the cost of living is so low. Austin, Texas, people love it because it's a little bit crazy. It's more expensive there, but prices are going up like hotcakes. They're almost 9% higher than they were this time last year. And why?
Guys,
because Austin has a lot of high-tech businesses. Dell and Apple are there. So if you want to get high pay, make your way to Austin. And Denver, Colorado, everybody thinks has already been there, done that, but you're wrong on that if you're thinking that way. Because Denver, Colorado has so much more room for growth. It's gone up 8% in the last year, but it has such a strong local economy. And just about everybody in Denver is from somewhere else. So there's a great sense of family commitment and friendliness that you won't find in any other city. But most importantly, if you're watching your wallet and you want to make the most money and up and coming, those I think are the 3 best cities right now to plunk your cash down.
Now the market is showing another green bar. Again, it's gonna make us crazy. Red, green, red, green. Terrible. Okay, so let's look for other stuff. I don't. If I'm watching it, it's doesn't have a lot of spread. It's good low, well, not low volume, but no high, no low volume. I mean, it's good enough to trade. If it's not tradable on the platform, we can switch and look for other trades if I can find anything. I mean, Qualcomm is looking great, but look at it. Where would you buy? At support, at resistance, or sit out? RARX is a $19 stock, but it's very spready. That's the problem with it. It has had a nice breakout over 18. Very nice move, but now it's very extended and also very spready. I will stay away from it, really. Really stay away. Yeah, Teva was a good trade, not a big mover, but a very nice trade here at 18 and a quarter for 25 cents to the lows. And look at the daily also, week daily. Wow, what happened today on TVA? Facebook and Baba not doing much. I want to watch SIG maybe for a move up or continuation to the upside on this stock. Look at the daily on SIG. After 4 killer days, this one must at one point find buyers. I'm waiting for that. Guys, look at this one also, LE. 3 consecutive days losing half of its value almost. Tell the truth, I don't know where we're going now. We are just changing direction every 5 minutes. Guys, take a look at this trade posted by Danny. SQ over 62.35. That's the trade, 62.35. The stock is very strong today, but it needs to find the right timing for a move up. Because this is like a perfect match to the SPY. SQ. Let's post it. And if it's gonna move over the highs, that's gonna be a big success and huge winner. This one can move a lot. SQ. So guys, watch SQ over 62.30. The other trades that I'm watching, basically not worth watching anymore because both Baba and Facebook are not doing anything, like zero. Baba is maybe a bit stronger, but Facebook pulled back all the way down to 139.50. Yeah, the market is not helping. I mean, guys, stick an eye to the S&P, because that's that's where the movement is coming. It's not coming from retail traders, breakout traders, anything other than S&P. ETFs, that's the only segment in the market that's buying anything right now. And the choppiness is, this is a very choppy market. You don't need a lot